Hi Flosstube friends. How's everybody doing this week? We've made it to Friday. Yay! I'm Annie, the Joy-Filled Stitcher here on Flosstube as well as on Instagram, and thank you for joining in for another weekly update. This is Flosstube number 15. And it is Friday, August 23rd. I'm coming to you a little later in the evening because my precious daughter is at home with me tonight. She just went to sleep because grandparents have gone on a little weekend getaway, which is awesome. We had an awesome week at school this week. I hope everybody has had a great week as well. I've had some stitching this week, but I've also done a lot of other work-related things that have kept kind of my mind preoccupied in other ways. So some nights this week, no lie, did not get but just a few stitches put in. The minute she went to bed, I went to bed. Dreamland. I forget every year. I've been doing this. This is my 14th year of teaching, and yet it still does not change how tired I am the first week back. So let's talk about some things. We are nearing the end of August, and thankfully I have one more weekly update before I have to talk September plans, because I have given exactly zero thought to what I'm going to focus on in September. As it stands, I still have Magical Stitches extra credit that need to get done before the end of the month. They probably will not. And as it also stands, I have Domino Effect / Crazy Whips for semi-sane stitchers that still might not get completed, and more on that in a minute. And some 24 hours of cross stitch monthly acrostic challenge that I'm just now starting to work through. I'm a little behind this month. I'm usually pretty on top of things. I think I overcommitted again. July was #overcommitted. June was #overcommitted, and August has been no different, and I'm back at work. So I did get some stitching in. So let's talk whips. Let's talk about what I worked on, what I started or restarted, and then I have a tiny bit of plans, and then a tiny bit of stash. So let's start with, after we spoke on Friday, because my video was earlier, I went ahead and got, I think I showed this last week. Now I can't remember. I showed this last week. I apologize. I can't remember. I slept since then. This is my Heaven and Earth Designs Quick Stitch Tranquil Tulips, and this is artwork by Hannah Disney, which I think she's Hannah Lynn now. I'm not sure about that. And this is a brief start. I think I've put in 150 stitches into this. I'm using the 18 count easy grid, and I have, I think, done 2 different colors. So I have a bit of a start. A lot of the colors go in kind of these diagonal swooshes. I am not working block by block. I'm trying to do some color completing in certain areas. That's kind of what I'm attempting to do. So this is one that I would love to devote more daily time to, but I just don't think it's going to happen because it's a little big to take with me for work time stitching, and I truly just don't have a whole lot of time to stitch at work. So Magical Stitches homework this week. We are in week 8, year 5, week 8. We have one more week, and I don't think it's a complete week. So it had all to do with bulletin board notices. So there was a part 1 and a part 2, and then a part 3 for a bonus. So part 1, you had to pick option A or B, and option A was if you had 11 or more whips in your whip album, you were to work on whip number 11 and put 300 stitches in, or option B for part 1, option B part 1. If you have less than 10, that's right, or 10, less than 11, I think, whip 1 for 300 stitches for 3 points. So I have more than 11 whips in my Magical Stitches album. I think I have either 14 or 15 or 16. I don't know. And so I went ahead and worked on whip number 11 for that. So I'll get to that in a second. And then part 2 was in celebration of Professor Umbridge leaving the school. Yay! Stitch 300 stitches in any color but pink. No pink for 3 points. Part 3 was for 5 bonus points. 400 stitches in honor of the Weasley twins' famous 5th floor practical joke. I chose not to do the bonus points. I gave myself a break this week and realized I wanted to do some time into some of the domino effect and crazy whip stitching, and so because of that, I bounded and Shermaned did not. Just did not. Now I could up and change my mind, but I don't think so because I'm got one I'm going to show you that I'm still working on. So for part 2, the no stitching in pink. This is my piece I'm doing for a swap, and this is Winding Stitches on Etsy. Winding Stitches. And this is one of her, I think it's called a tiny stitch. I can't remember exactly what these are called, but this is called Uniform. And I am stitching this on an 18 count, and I'm going to take this out of this hoop because I'm done with it for right this minute. I'm stitching this on an 18 count from Color and Cotton that I got as part of a mystery grab bag. And I'm stuck in my hoop. And I'm stitching this with a Silks for You. Beautiful kind of autumnal variegated. So I put in roughly, because I think I had this part completed and I love this. Actually, I lied. I had about this much completed. Like this much of this motif. I put in 511 stitches. So this counted for that task, and then I put in some additional. I actually just kept going and forgot to take a picture. I went ahead and used this for my 500 stitches level 5 in Crazy Whip / Domino Effect. And so this is this bottom corner. So this will be this times this. So it's not a very large stitch. Cute little square. And I think I'm going to turn it into a pin cushion of some kind as a small for this exchange. So I have until September 21st to get this in the mail to my Stitchy Buddy. So I'm going to get some more hopefully in this week. Maybe it'll fit for homework, I'm not sure. And this is the floss I'm using. This is, like I said, a Silks for You. Pretty variegated floss. I'm loving stitching with silk on that. So that was for part 2 of the task. For part 1, my whip number 11, I was very excited. I've been wanting to stitch on this for quite some time. And I got, I think, a tiny bit in last week, and it kind of just reignited, like, I want to stitch on it. And so when I saw 300 stitches, I was like, yes. So this lives in this funky moth print pouch. And this is Kathy Barrick's HL Moth. And so I put a little over 300 stitches. This is on an 18 count Mystic Fabrics in Veterus. And I got all of, I'm very excited about this, and I actually posted it, and Kathy Barrick herself commented back and was like, what a cool way to do this. I am kind of doing a color complete, so to speak. I stitched all the boring color. And what I mean by that is there's a cream color that kind of blends with the fabric. It shows enough. But as you can see, I finished the cream, and now I've started putting in some of this really pretty dusty rose color in spots. And this is a, so my cream color is a Classic Colorworks. I'm going to try to find it real quick. Classic Colorworks Tufted Yellow. So this was my cream. And then I'm doing this all, I just pulled from my fancy flosses kind of to match the picture. And then the Dusty Rose I'm doing right now is a Ship's Manor, and this is a April from this year maybe? I'm not sure. Thread of the month. So went ahead and got those stitches in that, and I love this piece. So I'm hopeful this comes out again soon because I have another one planned. I have a blues, a conversion to blues that I saw someone do, and I was like, genius. Must do. So let me see. What else did I stitch on? So currently, I'm working on my 600 stitches for my level 6 of Domino Effect and Crazy Whip / Crazy Whip, because I'm linking them together. This is also counting for 5 of the 24 hours of cross stitch monthly acrostic. It's counting for 5 of them. So that's, yeah, 600. I'm like, do the math, man. And my shirt even says, if you got a math problem, yo, I'll solve it. Little vanilla ice. I'll solve it. So I got to do that right. If you got a math problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out mode while my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby. I don't own the rights to any of that music. And he didn't either. Raise your hand if you remember the whole, well, no, mine goes dun 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 dun. And he was accused of sampling from David Bowie and Queen, Under Pressure. And he was like, no, mine goes dun 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 dun. And there goes dun 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 dun. Nonsense. Just say you borrowed it and give him some money. And be respectful of Queen and David Bowie. Like, come on. Okay, sorry, tangent. Phew, I went off that way. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I'm using this for multiple things. I'm using it for Domino Effect and Crazy Whips and Semi-Sane Stitchers. I'm using it for 24 hours of cross stitch monthly acrostic for 5 of them. And then I'm also using it for a 500 count of an extra credit for magical stitches. I am triple dipping this project, and I think I can do that because they're all different groups. Comment below if I can't. Watch me try. And this is Al Forest Embroideries Carrot Forest. I love this. Now this is one of theirs that is a kit. So I ordered this kit from Russia, and I've had this for quite some time. It was before they got really like famously popular. And I actually just ordered some flosses from them for a couple of their other patterns. I did not know this. You can order just the flosses. They have beautiful flosses. So, hashtag not a linen stitcher. Hashtag Ada all the way. I went ahead and put this on Ada. And so I've worked on this from time to time over the past months. This lives in a pouch with some cute foresty animals and some triangular shaped strawberries. And this is on a 14 count, which is not my jam right now, but I love the color of it. And I think this is opal. This is one I got off of 123 Stitch. So here's where I am currently. So I have so far put in 120 towards one of the monthly acrostics. And I did that through the greens and this carrot. Like, the thing I love about this is each carrot has its own personality due to the way that the carrot itself is stitched, as well as the way the floss variegates, as well as the way that the carrot tops look, like the stems of them. So each one is totally different and has a totally different personality. Like, so much so that I kind of want to name them. Like, this is Bob. This is Susie. No, I'm just kidding. Can you tell I'm a little tired and I'm starting to get a little wacky? And this is really cool because their kits come with really super strong needle minders as well. And so this came with it. It had beautiful linen, but I really like my Ada, so I went ahead and did the Ada. I will buy another kit from them. Their stuff is impeccable. The floss quality is fantastic. So you'll see that wasn't very much stitching. Womp womp. Okay, so plants. I need to finish those 600 stitches in Carrot Forest to satisfy my triple dip. Then let's see. I have, next up would be level 7, and level 7 is another one that I am dipping into because I need that for some more of the acrostics. I think the other 5 are coming from the 700 category. So then I still have 800, 900, and 1,000 to accomplish before the end of the month. I just don't think that's going to happen. I would be like blown away if I could do that. Homework will come out this week. I do know, I'm fairly certain, that Magical Stitches has already released year 6 extra credit stuff. The planner in me starting to sizzle. Like, woo! I love planning things. But I've got to be a little bit more, like, I'm pretty pumped about the triple dipping on that project. I feel like I need to, like, wrap my head around it, because I think Semi-Sane is a good event this next month too. I don't know what it is, but I think it's going to be good. So yeah, I need to catch up on some things before the end of the month. Don't even get me started on reading. I don't think I've read a thing. I don't even think I think I might have posted it, and I think I probably need to go delete it because I put nothing in it. And they'd be like, I don't want to waste the grader's time, to be perfectly honest. So I need to go in and see what of those things I posted and get rid of them. All right, so that's some plans. Now, let's talk stash. Yes. So I got some good stash. So the first thing I got back in June, perusing of the Facebook, and I noticed a post from Needlecraft Corner, and they had tagged Hand Dyed by Stephanie, because Hand Dyed by Stephanie is ending their Fabric of the Month club this December. So the only way to like participate with her from this point forward is to do it with Needlecraft Corner. And I have been dying to get some of her Aida in my hands, in my hot little hands. And so the way this is works is there's, you know which 13 you're going to ultimately get. You get one a month every month for 12 months. And then the last month you get 2. So it's like, but you don't know what you're going to get what month. Like, so it came and they sent me goodies. So they sent me, I'm going to try to go like, I got like a whole stack of patterns. Thought was cool. I got a cutesy tiny pouch project bag and a needle. I don't know what size needle but I love these little needle holders. I keep my John James Tapestry number 24s. Those are my jam. I buy them in bulk, but I keep them in one of those. So I'm thinking, okay, now I can have another one. And then I got my fabric, and so I'm not going to take this out because it'll be, well, yes I am. So the first one that I got, and you had to pick one size and one count for the whole thing because of the way they were doing it. So I chose, there was only 2 Aida options, which was 14 or 16. And I'm like, no, 14, 16, yes. So this is my first month, and I chose the fat quarter. You could do fat quarter or fat half. I did a fat quarter. That's plenty for me. I don't do big, ginormous projects. And this first month I got, and I apologize if I butchered the name, I got Nimue. And Nimue is a light blue, but if you can tell, it's actually doing a pretty good job showing justice to it. It's got purples in it. I think it's really pretty. It's lightly mottled. It's not super mottled. It's not Giselle. It's not super mottled. It's lightly mottled. I'm sorry, I'm a little wacky. A wackadoodle. I'm a wackadoodle. So I got that. I'm excited about this. So she invoices each month and sends it. And I don't know if I get goodies in each pouch, but even still I get beautiful fabric. So that was exciting to get that. Okay, what else did I get? Oh, I got some other good stuff. Okay, so do you remember last week I showed you that finish of that blue flower stitching kit that is an Acorns and Threads exclusive, and Jo Lynn finished it with it's a drum, but the band of it was around a like cute little wooden trolley box thing, and then it had a circle finish for the top. I was like, oh my gosh, where do I get this? And Janine was like, I think they still have some. I called that very day, or actually I think I messaged them, and they said, hey, what's your number? We'll call you. They called me, and that's sweet. And they sent me the kit. And because it's from Oregon, there's no sales tax. And I was like, bingo, score. So this is the Blue Flower Autumn Drum. Oh, I love it. I'm kind of currently obsessed with anything acorns and squirrels. And there's a lot of really cute cross-stitching things. So this is charted all in Silken Colors and Gloriana and Belle Soie. So with my kit, I got beautiful. This is the, as called for, Lakeside Linen. This is the Lakeside Linens Vintage Pecan Butter in 40 count. You know my history with 40 count. And it's Lakeside Linens. So you get your piece for the drum top. Beautiful. And then you get your piece for the band. Beautiful. So here's the dilemma. These are beautiful pieces of fabric. I think I'm going to have to stitch it on the 40. I don't think I cannot. And then, how cool, and there's a needle in here too, so I don't have a needle that will work for 40 count, clearly. I think that's where one of my problems lied. But they sent me, this is the tiniest needle ever compared to my 24. Like, tiny needle. But they sent me a needle, and then they sent me the swatch card with all the silks, with all the beautiful, beautiful silks. Look at how gorgeous that color palette is. This one, so pretty. So pretty. Just pet them. Just pet them. So, needless to say, this is on my short list of starts. It grows by the minute, by the day, by the hour. Very reasonable kit. I do not know if they have any more. I think they said they might. Now, I know there's a big, I think, meetup there this weekend. This may go very quickly. So if you are interested and you're seeing this, maybe call tomorrow. Send them a Facebook message. But I'm very excited about this. I loved everything the blue flower, so I was pumped. Okay, so then I'll save the very best for last. That was pretty much the best. So like, on a scale of amazing to amazing, that was amazing. It's all amazing. My fabric was amazing. Okay, so next, I got some things from Stash Unload. And I gotta be quick. And this seller was so sweet. So she had a bunch of needle necessities. And I'm not super familiar with working with them, but I had gotten some from a seller a couple weeks ago or last week or some point. And this seller had some really pretty colors. Like, I loved this one. And I loved this one. And this was Madras. And it's a matte cotton. She had this one. She had this one. Now, I will tell you, she sent me extras. I looked in and I went, okay, there's more here than what I ordered. She actually sent me like, and I've gone and twisted them. This was another one that kind of reminds me of like French lavender. But so anyway, in going through what I purchased, I've been looking for one to do for Ink Circle's Village Square because this one is charted in Gloriana and I cannot afford the amount of Gloriana right now. I could. I spend enough money on other things. But look at how pretty this is. It's like navy, green, and charcoaly gray. So I'm thinking that could be really cool for this one. So I've got it tentatively placed in the bag with that. It's not no fabric. It's not like kitted like it's going to start tomorrow. Okay. And I saved the most amazing or equally amazing thing for last. And I'll tell you, smells amazing. Came from Spain. Don't just, I ordered some more silks from my gal, Raquel, over at Mrs. Sedas. If you have not experienced her silks, get yourself quickly over to her Etsy shop, Mrs. Sedas, and buy yourself some silks. Each one of these has, I think, 11 or 10 or 11 yards. So I did the 10 pack, and you can pick from her variegated, or you can do the solids. So I got 2 of Pride, which is this the cutest multicolored. I mean, they smell, it smells like birthday cake. Is that insane? I'm like, that's the smell of silks in the morning. I have Darling, which is a bright turquoisey blue. This is Darling Bleu. So it's more of a normal blue. Insane. Supernova. Look at this. Supernova. Ugh, it's blowing it out. Come on. Do this, Miss Sedas. There we go. Supernova. I got 2 of those. This is mint and chocolate. Ugh. This would be amazing on like a foresty tree-ish thing. And then this is her newest color. Sienna. Okay. This is her current newest color. Now wait for it. I don't know if I'm allowed to show this, but I'm showing it anyway. I got a goodie. She says, I hope you like it. I love it. I've already responded back to her and said, amazing. Please tell me it's coming to shop because I need all the skeins. All the skeins. I need a hank. Hydrangea. Amazing. Amazing. I mean, it literally reminds me of the beautiful, gigantic hydrangeas that are like bigger than your head in Chicago. Ugh, I still like am obsessed with those. Hydrangea. So watch for it. But let me buy it first. I'm not telling y'all until I buy mine. That bad? That mean? That bad crossed a tree? No. I am all about her quality. I am all about her customer service. I mean, it came from Spain and like it flew here, like on the wings of angels, silk angels. Cutesy packaging. And again, you open it and you go, smell of silk. Not everybody's silk smells as amazing as hers. Thank you, Jan Hicks, for forcing me to dive headfirst down the amazing rabbit hole that is Mrs. Sedas. Alrighty, folks. I am in like record time. Record time. It's hot here. It's been hot. I'm like a broken record. It's hot. It's still hot. Actually, today, though, and mind you, my hair is crazy for a number of reasons. One, it's a bajillion degrees. Two, I got called out to carpool duty. Carpool line duty. Mind you, I did it yesterday, and I about had to scrape my melted body off the sidewalk because it's so hot. So hot. I mean, it's like hot to where you're like, it feels like weighted to your skin. It's so hot. But today, we were like a cool front, not like a cool front, but something was coming through that was going to cause we've had some rain tonight and a little bit of some rumblings of thunder. Nothing, I think it's gone like right around us. But around about carpool time, the wind was whipping. So my daughter was standing out there and she goes, Mommy, your hair is crazy. I'm like, yeah, I know. It was like, as the wind's going, I'm like, children, get in the cars. I love carpool duty though, because they're all excited to see their parents. Their parents are excited to see them, and they're like, have a good weekend. I'm like, you too. It's Friday. Woo-hoo. I like Friday carpool line because everybody's excited to like get on with their weekend and do fun things and all of that. Carpool's fun. I don't always get to do carpool, and it gives me I have a walkie-talkie. I'm like official. I got my walkie-talkie. So anyway, car line fun. So yeah, pardon the nonsense. So I hope y'all all have a great week. This next week we are almost to the end of August. Hopefully cooler temperatures around the corner. Hopefully some fun stitching is around the corner for you. And if you made it to this point and you've been with me from the very beginning, you rock. You're my new BFF. And I hope you continue to stick around through all of this. And if you are new, I jumped. I don't know if somebody mentioned me because I got randomly today 20 new subscribers. I was like, what? Or maybe not 20. Math is hard. Maybe 10, 15 new subscribers. So if you're new here, welcome and thanks for hanging out with me tonight. And I hope you have a great stitchy time and enjoyed some of my foolishness tonight. I'm not normally this wackadoo. Last week I think I was half asleep and zombified. So you're gonna get a whole range of emotions. But anyway, I will see you next Friday for Flosstube number 16. Have a great week, guys. Bye.